Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T, and today's show we'll get you picks from college football bowls, 3 of them, including a playoff game. Also, a 3-game card from the NBA, like college basketball on the board. We'll get to the NHL as well. At the end of the show, we'll get parlays, or we'll get the player props from the cappers at the end of the show. They make the call on the Parlay peripheral segment. So we'll introduce the cappers, and then we'll right to picks, because we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Yeah, not too much, Tony. It's one of those days that's like, I'm going to put that behind me. Good old 0-4 day. Those happen. So in this business, it's definitely happen. You can't get too low on yourself, and you can't get too high on those wins when you are winning. So we ended the 4-day winning streak with the 0-4. So what's happened? Let's get to it this weekend and get that all back for everybody.
That's right, indeed. Let's say hello. Solo, what's going on?
All right, what's going on, everybody? 2-3 yesterday. We'll get that back today. Misfired on some of the NBA games, had some blowouts, misread the board. We're ready to go. Got in the books. Let's get to the money.
Let's get the money indeed. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's happening? Your Grizzlies looked pretty good last night.
Yeah, they looked pretty great. And I know we had that conversation about job plan or not, and he actually only contributed about 9 points to that. So I think they've built up enough that team that they don't really. I mean, he's always good to be there, but they don't. They can do it without him if they need to. So yeah, they looked amazing. I couldn't believe the score when I saw it throughout the game. But yeah, we went 3-1 yesterday. Swept the NBA with 3-0. Dropped the NFL at the under. We lost that about the third quarter. So anyway, it was a great day. We're looking to keep it going this week. That's
right, indeed. Here we've got also. I went at 2-2. Of course, the Broncos choke job cost me a 3-1 day. That happened. So in the games I didn't post, I should have picked the Sam Houston. Didn't make the premium. I liked Orlando. Didn't make it a premium. I like the over in the Utah game. Didn't make it. I mean, there's just a lot of games on the board I should have went with there. And that's just how it happens. Yes. 48 years missing a free kick. We finally got one through. If you go on YouTube and you type in free kick NFL, you're going to see a lot of misses. And back in the old day with Madden and Summerall doing the game, you'll see some of those. But yeah, we finally got one good. And finally, right, this is the year of the field goal kicker. All these guys are making these long kicks now. So it wasn't surprising, but I'm just surprised it took 48 years to finally make one because, the situation has to be there. Yeah, Denver was a choke job, no doubt about that. Wow.
Definitely changed the momentum, though.
Yeah, it did. And, it just the defense there, good moves. But Herbert, again, out of the pocket, making plays, and Denver's defense really choking it down the stretch there. So,
it went from 11-point game to a single score game. Touchdown on a 2-point conversion game. Going 11 at the locker room, big difference from 8 in the locker room.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And of course, the desperate charge. Now it sets up great for the Chargers because they have the Jets and Raiders to close out the year.
Right?
Yeah. Helps Cincinnati. There's a lot of that Denver loss. It was a big one there. It was a big game. It was a huge game, and but bounce back here from the Chargers. We'll see how it rolls here as we close out. Both teams have 2 games left, so they're right now. Everyone else has 3. We got 15 more games to go here in the NFL. But let's get to the college tonight because we got some big games, small games, and big games. Let's get to it here, guys. We'll start here. Well, let's just cover the college football for tonight and afternoon and morning here. We'll start with the bowl game, Ohio and Jacksonville State. Ohio going to lay 6. I'm seeing 6.5 pop up, total 58. Tulane and Florida. We got Florida here 10, total 49. Indiana and Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish 7s, but those are disappearing quickly now. We're seeing 6.5s now. Money on Indiana. Total sits here at 52. Jacksonville State, we know Rich Rod is headed to West Virginia. And we know a lot of transfers there. Some guys will obviously play, some will not. Ohio looks like they're pretty much intact. Tulane lost their starting quarterback and will be a backup there against Florida. Florida pretty much intact there. So we start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at the Cure Bowl. At 58 points, I like the over. I think we see a whole lot of points in this one. Jackson State, they can run the ball and definitely be able to put some points themselves. But Ohio, against a depleted Jacksonville defense, that definitely has a whole lot of question marks on a few guys out on that defensive side. Definitely going to be able to put some points up. So I like that game getting into the 60s score-wise in that one. And then looking at Indiana and Notre Dame, hey, I get the move with Indiana. I think this is a close, tight game between these two. We see both offenses can put up. Either the game is going to go. We're going to see a whole pile of offense where both teams can score, because you look at the points that they've put up on the season, and it's been a boatload in games. Or it goes the other way. Both defenses step up, and we get the under 52. And I think that's the game we get here between Indiana and Notre Dame. Both defenses top 10 and shutting teams down. And I expect that's what we get here. Chess match, battle between each other, hard-nosed football. Give me the under 52, Indiana, Notre Dame.
Just to give you guys some weather updates here, looks like great weather in both bowl games. The ones that are played in Florida, 70 degrees, light winds, no precipitation, great weather, perfect weather there in those two bowl games. Indiana and Notre Dame, 28 degrees, light winds, 13% chance of snow. So looks like that one looks clear there, at least for now. At least for now. We'll see. Things can always change, but there you go here with the weather updates. Let's move on over to Solo.
Ohio and Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State, they just got too many injuries. Like you said, they got guys sitting out. They got guys in the portal. They got guys injured. Rich Rod is gone. I'm going to lay the points. I'm going to lay it with Ohio. I think they get it done. Tulane's quarterback out, as Tony has tested to. This game's played in Florida. I think Napier's job is on the line. I think he finds a way to step on the gas and get it done. I'm going to take the Gators minus, 10 now?
10, yeah, 10.
The Notre Dame Indy game, I don't have a strong lean on this, and I'm going to sit that one out.
And there we go. From Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Gators in that one. Like Solo said, I think his job's on the line. And even though it's 10, it's a big number, we still going to lay it with them there. Florida is perfect weather for them to play ball down there. And then the other one I'm looking at, I'm going to lay it with Indiana on that one against Notre Dame. And I'm going to sit out the Ohio Jacksonville State one.
There we go from Chris. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Ohio, Jacksonville State. I'm going to go under. I just think these are two high-volume running teams that run the ball at a high volume. I know Jacksonville State may have difficulty getting points on the board in this game with Huff and company against this Ohio defense. When you shut down Miami O like that, they did, man, that to me was very impressive. Miami O is a very good team, a very good quarterback there. I think Jacksonville State's going to have struggle scoring in this game. Also, too, Rich Rod is a huge motivating, one of those coaches that provide a lot of motivation to their players. I think they're going to miss his coaching presence in that game with Rich Rod. I think they really play hard for him. But I like the under in there. I think Jacksonville State's going to have a hard time scoring in this one. Tulane and Florida, I'm with you guys. They're going to lay it here. I didn't like the way Tulane closed the season. Give up 35 and 34 points. Don't like the way their defense has played. Pretty much unraveled here. Also, too, look at the Gators' schedule and who they beat down the stretch. I mean, there's some impressive wins here. They come off wins here against LSU and Ole Miss at home. The road losses were to Texas, Georgia, and Tennessee, which are all playoff teams. Based on strength of schedule alone, I got to look at Florida in this game. What they faced a gauntlet here. I know Napier is getting a lot of pressure, but man, he faced a very difficult schedule. I'm with the folks on the Hoosiers here. Notre Dame always plays a tough schedule, but this year the teams they faced were down. They just weren't that impressive. Louisville wasn't the way they were. Georgia Tech kind of fizzled out. The service academies they play two service academy teams. USC moved the ball 557 yards here on the Fighting Irish defense there. And now we got a Hoosiers team with a good offensive attack. You got to give me the 6.5. Find the 7s out there. There are 7s still out there if you can shop. You can find 7s. Yep, still everywhere. There's still 7s available. So get the 7 if you like Indiana. Lay the 6.5 if you like Notre Dame. But I like Indiana here plus the points. Also, look at their defense, the way they played over their past 3 games, stopping the run, holding teams at 5 yards per pass attempt. Take the Hoosiers in the spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. After that massive card in the NBA today, we have 3 on the board tonight. So for a Friday, a little different here. But, of course, the playoffs have – I know ESPN usually televises games on Friday, so their focus is going to be on the college football playoff. Hornets and Sixers here. We got the Sixers laying now 11 in this one, total 215.5. Bucks and Cavs up to 9, total 222. Thunder and Heat. This one, Thunder 1. I'm seeing pick'ems here, total 216.5. Let me update these injuries. I know Embiid was a question mark today. I know Charlotte's dealing with injuries as well. Let's take a look at this one here. Charlotte and Philadelphia, man out. Brandon Miller is questionable there for Charlotte. Martin McCain, that rookie, continues to be out here for Philadelphia. Embiid, questionable. Milwaukee, Cleveland, just Lillard is out of this one. Middleton, Giannis, probable. Cleveland side, Okoro out. Strus is questionable. OKC and Miami here. Miami has Richardson doubtful, Larson, Jovic questionable. OKC has Holmgren out, Flagler out, Jalen Wims with a Y upgraded to questionable, Dukas questionable. Of course, I'm going to say the entire starting lineup for OKC. You got to wonder if it's questionable because of the spot they're in right now. So that's something to keep an eye on. A horrible scheduling spot here for OKC. Let's start here with Rod.
Yeah, horrible scheduling spot for OKC. So I'll take the Heat there in that one. They're just it's just a massive rest advantage there. Heat take advantage of it and get the win there in that one. And I'm not laying 11 with Philadelphia. It don't matter who's in or out. Give me the Charlotte Hornets plus the 11 points there. 76ers aren't covering a big giant number like that. Maybe down the road when we see them actually start to put things together and play some solid hoops. Until then, give me Charlotte plus the 11 there. I also like the under. I think it's a low scoring type game. First to 100 wins that one as well.
There from Rod on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Hornets 76ers game. Definitely agreeing with Rod. I'm going under 216. Just not enough strong bodies to really run up and down and get this total over. So we're going to go under 216. I think LaMelo will be the only one really for Charlotte, and the 76ers team is a mess. Definitely not laying that. So let's go under. The Bucks Cavs, that's a tricky line. Is Dame out? I mean, -9.
Dame is out. Yeah, he's out. He's out.
That's tough. I would probably lean toward the over, laying 9 with Giannis. You know what? I think I would take the Bucks plus 9 if I had to. I don't love that game. And the OKC in the Heat game, I think we get over this total. I think the Heat arrested. I think they find a way to score some points, get up and down. OKC's legs a little stressed out. We're going to go over 216.
There we go from Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely agree with the under in the Charlotte Philly game there. I don't think they're getting to that number at all. And then the Bucks. That was my video on the site today. Definitely taking the points with the Bucks, regardless, especially with it rising. We look in November, the last time they played, they lost by 2, and they were 8.5 point dogs there. So they were able to keep it close then. I mean, Dave might have played, but still, I think they can keep it up there and get us in that number. And then the Heat, OKC. I'm just going to take the points with the Heat. I mean, it's just the points. So, yeah, we'll go that way.
Yeah, from Chris, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm with under in Charlotte and Philadelphia. Both teams struggled offensively, but yeah, where's Charlotte going to get the scoring back-to-back shot? Lose to the Wizards. We call that one here the Wizards getting the win and cover. The Wizards just got healthier. Look at their injury report. It's kind of gotten a lot thinner because I think these guys got to start playing. You got to start building up that trade value. You can't do that when you're out. So these guys got to get back on the court. So I like the under Charlotte, Philadelphia. They're going to struggle to score points in this game. And Philadelphia's gone under in 3 of 4, and they're under 4-0 at home against losing teams. So they're going to lock down this Charlotte team tonight at the under. Yeah, I agree. It's just too many points with Cleveland plus the 9. Remember, Milwaukee does have 2 days of rest since the in-season tournament. They weren't drinking champagne. Listen, at least on camera they weren't. They didn't want to celebrate too much afterwards. They were just taking it in stride. We got our money. Let's go. 2 days of rest since that in-season tournament win. And remember, there was a lot of rest as well between games. So I'll take Milwaukee here plus 9. But this spot here is a smash spot for me. Just stamp it, smash spot. Give me Miami here. Miami 3 days rest. They're 4-0 to the spread at home against winning teams. Miami kind of rises at home against the good teams. That's kind of Mitch used to say that a lot, right? He would say, "Oh, Miami, they face the good teams. This is when they show up. You know, they have stinkers against Detroit. We see them against the bad teams, but." OKC again, what their issue is shooting the basketball, right? That they defend well, rebounding, defense can get you so far, but you're going to have to make shots against elite teams, right? That's the one thing we noticed there where they were not able to do here against Milwaukee. But again, it's the spot here. Back-to-back 3 games and 4 nights here for this OKC team. Heat come in with 3 days rest. It's a smasher here. I like Miami here in this spot. Stamp it, smash spot there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show. As we get ready here to move on to college hoops. It's about the same size card as yesterday, a couple of conference games in there. And what we do this time, then we just ask the cappers, give us what you got. We're going to get to the time windows when we get into January once we get through this bowl season. So let's start with Rod, college basketball. Give us what you got.
Yeah, not a whole lot today on college hoops. It's one of those cards where I'm like, I got a couple, though. We're looking at Yale taking on Akron. These are going to be 2 solid basketball teams going forward, one in the MAC, one in the in the Ivy League. I think Yale probably is going to tops the Ivy League, and Akron probably going to tops the MAC. So this should be a pretty good game between these 2 teams. But I think when it's all said and done, the dust clears, Yale comes out with a win. I'll lay the 3.5 with Yale. over Akron in that one. And the other one, I know it's Providence without Ed Cooley, but still, I think that's too many points. We've seen St. John's just run it up last time out. I think Providence at home here in this one can keep it within the 6.5. I think it's just too many points. They're overvaluing the Johnnies in that spot. I think Providence in the home dog at 6.5 there in that one. A couple I like today.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the Texas A&M Houston Christian game. I'm gonna lay it with Texas A&M. This number is really closer to a number they had early in the season when they kind of faced some of the competition. They just got to that number. I think they'll find a way to get above and over that number. Lay it with Texas A&M. I'm gonna lay it with BYU over Florida A&M. I don't think the Rattlers can keep it close. I think BYU gets up and down. I'm gonna lay the massive number -34, and I'm gonna take Norfolk State -5 over Grambling State Tigers. Early game for you.
Early game there from Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm also looking at that Houston Christian Texas A&M game, and I'm going to go with the under on that one. I mean, you look at what Texas A&M is doing; they're 4-1 to the under, and they're holding teams to 57, an average of 57 points at home, and their defense is massive there. So, yeah, we'll go under there, and then I definitely agree with Norfolk State there as well against Grambling State.
There from Chris. Tell you what I think here. I'm with Rod here. I'm going to take Providence here +7. Providence beat the BYU at home by 19. That's an impressive win for me. They're 6-0 straight up at home. This is the first true road game for St. John's again. Patino, come on, get a non-conference road game. And why do you want to start Big East play with your first true road game? You haven't had a road game. These coaches. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. You got to give these guys experience on a hostile environment. I give Alabama credit going into that Dakota school right the other day. That's what you got to do. You got to go into you can't be scared and go into a mid-major, and if it's a mid-major, good mid-major, whatever, go into a road court before you start conference play. Don't do this where your first conference.
Is that a money thing?
I don't know what it is. I mean, it just, to me, it's not healthy. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a money thing because the home court's Madison Square Garden, you make a lot of money, and of course, going to those neutral site games, right? You get invited to these neutral site games, but you got to at least get a taste of a true road game before you start conference. I mean, I love it because I go against teams like this. This is spots where I just love to go against, right? Who was in one of those other games? Wasn't it Georgetown? The Georgetown game where they caught someone their first true road game. They covered against somebody recently. Who did they? Oh, Xavier. It was
Syracuse.
Creighton, right? I think it was Creighton, right?
Creighton.
Yeah. There's some spots where these teams, their first true road games are getting beat because they're not experienced yet on their true roads. So yeah, I'll take the Friars here. They did play good defense, get DePaul in their conference opener. So I'll take Providence plus the points. This one here, I'm going to take Dayton here. This is a neutral court in Cincinnati. It's not the Bearcats' home court, but the Flyers have covered all three away from home, where they shot 49%. Bearcats over the past 5 just shooting 45%, failed to cover here. Dayton 8th in D1 experience, so these guys know how to play on the road. Even though it's not a quote-unquote road situation, it's a neutral court in Cincinnati. The Bearcats, another team that's played a weak schedule, 317th in the nation in strength of schedule. I'll take Dayton plus 3.5 there in that spot. All right, we got you through here, Tony, through the college hoops. We'll move to the ice. We'll see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks as we're heading into a massive weekend here of action, guys. We got not only NBA, college football playoffs. We still have 15 games left on this card here from the NFL. We just got one in the books. We've got games Saturday too from the NFL. Solo having a great NFL here last 30. What do you got for sale, Solo?
We slate today. Got a 3-pack, 2 NBA, 1 college basketball. Didn't touch the bowl games right now, so we're gonna probably jump on those tomorrow with SMU Penn State game, loaded card tomorrow, obviously NBA. So pair me up, sign up with me short term, long term. Pair me up one of the good cappers. I'm ready to roll, baby. Let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank here with Solo over at Tony's Picks, guys. Remember, you guys like that 3-day. Oh, what you got in the parlay? Give him the parlay.
All right, let me go with Norfolk State -5. Let's go Hornets 76ers under, and let's go Florida Gators -10. 3-team parlay.
There you go. 3-teamer from Solo, guys. Get on board. So you guys like that 3-day pass on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, loaded with college football, loaded with NFL, loaded NBA, college hoops, guys. So get on board with that long-term pass, 3-day pass. Remember, you'll save 15% off when you use that promo code Tony at checkout. Link in the description. Get on over to Tony's Picks. Get signed up with Solo right now. All right, Solo, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work. We'll catch up with you later.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck to everybody. See y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Solo here on the Tony's Morning Show. Let's continue on with hockey. Rod will do the heavy lifting, the hockey card today. 7-game card from the NHL. Let's cover the 707s here with this block. Blues and Panthers, big line here. Panthers 285, total 5.5. Maple Leafs and Sabres. Maple Leafs $1.53, total 6. Hurricanes and Capitals. Hurricanes $1.38, total of 6. Canadians and Red Wings. We've got the Red Wings $1.48, total 6. We got 4 games at 707.
And looking at that big line St. Louis, Florida game, you can look at Paul Maurice off a couple of road wins back at home here off of that West Coast trip. I like an under. I think we get a lower scoring one. Should be the Blues on the back-to-back as well. Hope for getting the start for the Blues here in this one. So expect goals to come at a premium. I like the under 5.5 there in that one. And you look at Detroit playing the little bit better hockey. I like the over there. It's dropped down to 6 like I figured it would. So take the over 6 there. I think both these teams can get plenty of goals. You look at Montreal following a home game this season. They're 6-0 to the over following a home game. That first game out on the road, they just seem to find some goals, and or they get a bunch scored on them. Either way, I like Detroit and the over there in that one. And then Toronto Buffalo, same thing. These two teams get together, and we end up lighting the lamp and getting tons of goals. They just met, about 4 or 5 days ago, and it was a 5-3 win for the Leafs in that one. Lean to the Leafs to get the win again, but I like the over 6. We see plenty of goals between Leafs and Buffalo all the time. Take the over there.
There, all right. They're here from the 707s. Let's close out the hockey tonight as we go into the later games here for night 807 and at 1007s. We've got Hockey Club at Wild. We've got the Wild $1.35, total 6. Rangers at Stars. Stars $1.80, total 5.5. Avalanche at the Ducks. Avs $2.30, total 6.5.
Yeah, and you look at the Avs taking on the Ducks. If you look, it was an under last night. I think it finished 3-2. So Colorado on the second half of a back-to-back here in this one. Oh, they popped it up in there, got 4-2. So they beat the Sharks 4-2 coming into Anaheim, second half of the back-to-back. Looks like it'll be Wedgwood, and most likely Dostal's back for the Ducks, so most likely he'll get the start. So I like the under 6.5 here in this one. I still don't get this total why it's at 6.5. These teams don't score a whole. Maybe they're looking at the 4-3 in Colorado. Anaheim at home doesn't score a whole pile of goals. Take the under 6.5 there in that one. And then Rangers and Dallas. I don't trust this Rangers team. Not at all. That's why you're laying a big price with Dallas. I think Dallas in regulation. This Rangers team, until they actually do something, they're just a complete fade. They're now dropped to a 500 hockey club after their hot start. They've definitely cooled right off. Have this Rangers. Give me Dallas. It'll be a little bit hot after losing to the Leafs last time on as well.
There we go from Rob. We got you through the NHL for tonight. 7-game card. Now it's time to move on over to our parlay peripheral segments where the cappers give out parlays, or they can give out a player prop or a game coming up. That's their call here on the parlay peripheral segment. We start here with Rod.
And for me, I'm going to go with give me the 76ers game in the NBA under the total. We're going to go with the Heat in that smash spot, and then we're going to throw in the Utah Hockey Club. I think Utah on the road here, they're a scrappy bunch. They actually play their better hockey on the road than what they do at home, record-wise. So as somebody says, give me the Utah Hockey Club. Yes, take the Utah Hockey Club to come into Minnesota and get themselves a big win. Add that into your parlay.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, we're going to take all the dogs in the NBA. I just like all of them today. We're going to go lay the points with Charlotte, and we're going to lay the points with the Bucks, and we're going to take the point with the Heat. You can take them on the money line either way, but yeah, take all the dogs in the NBA.
All right, so we'll go in with my plays today. I'm going to go ahead and take Providence plus the points with the under in Hornets and Sixers, and also take the Heat. By the way, the Heat have now moved to -1 at Pinnacle. So that one, there's been a move here. So we're starting to see the money come on Miami now. So there are still some pick'ems in one, but Pinnacle is pretty much the sharpest book in the world. So if you want Miami, you're gonna be laying pretty soon because they're gonna copy Pinnacle's line. So people are starting to wake up to the smash spot here with Miami. The numbers moving here. So Miami now at 1. So we got you through here. The three parlays are our parlays. So now it's time to see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks, guys. Like as we said, it's a massive week here weekend coming up here with college football bowls, playoffs, still 15 games on the board from the NFL. We'll see what Rod has for sale. Still posting great results here for 2024, over 1,000 units of profit. Rod, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, still doing good even after the 0-4 day. So buy low, sell high. It's one of those bounce back days here for me on Friday, and on a Friday that usually fares well for me. One of my favorite days of the week. So I got a 3-pack in college football. I got you covered in all the bowl games. I've got 1 NBA and 1 NHL. Definitely head it over, scoop it up. Best way to go, though, we got a loaded action the rest of the weekend. You've got the rest of the bowl games and some playoffs in college football. There's some college basketball tomorrow, Parlay, NHL, some more NBA. Definitely grab that 3-day pass. That's the best way to go. That way you don't miss out on any late info, Steam plays that we send out to all the people that have joined long term. So when you're on a long term pass, if we find that play, that late info play about half an hour before game time, anywhere from 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time, we can find that play. You'll get it emailed directly to you so you don't miss out on that act. It's one of those bonus plays for long-term subscribers. So definitely get aboard long-term. Hit the link in the description. That'll head you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com. You can find that 2-for-1 capper promotional. And when you do, use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and then it'll save 15% off your purchases over there at Tony's T. Jump aboard for the weekend. Grab that 3-day pass, because you know that 3-day pass will turn into a 4-day pass for me. Because you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think Monday's in early. Where you get 4 days for the price of 3. Let's have a big weekend, everybody.
Yeah, that Monday got the Monday Night Football game, bowl games there. So great time to get on board with that 3-day pass there with Rod. So get on board. Let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Chris has been lighting up here in the NBA of late. What do you got for sale, Chris?
Well, I went light today on the NBA since there was just 3. I got 1 play in the NBA on the books, and then definitely hop on something long term for the weekend, even 3 days, because we've got a huge card tomorrow again with the NBA. They bounce back there, and I think they give us 13, 14 games. And then, of course, we got college bowl games, and then the NFL, and we're bye weeks, so we got all those guys. So I'm going to have a lot of picks coming up this weekend. So the best bet is to get on something long term with me, even if it's just 3 days, and let me help you cash in for the weekend. Definitely pair me up with somebody in the 2-for-1 promo or the capper thing with Rod, Tony, Solo, any of these guys. Everybody's on the leaderboard. We're all doing great. So yeah, let 2 people put money in your pocket, and so just hop over there and get something long term with me. Let me help you cash this NBA. It's starting to heat up, and I'm super excited about it.
Yep, we get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. We got through the in-season tournament, so we're going to get back to regular scheduling here. So get on board with that long-term pass with Chris. You can see the great results there. All documented over at Tony's Picks. You go to Chris's handicapper page. We list all the plays there for you to see them. So they're documented over at Tony's Picks. Full transparency. So get on board. Remember that promo code TonyT checkout. You'll save 15% off any pass, whether it's long-term or one-day pass. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. Must turn a profit, the amount credited will be amount purchased is credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. But whatever you choose, remember that promo code 15% with Tony T at checkout. All right, we got you with Chris. I'll tell you over at Tony Six. I got a best bet on the board right now here for college football. Also working my hoops and college basketball card. So we'll get on board there. Had pretty good hoops in college yesterday. So guys, get on board with me over at Tony Six. I am having a great NFL and college football year. So we may consider my long-term pass. Remember that 3-day pass over the weekend. I'll cover you with the playoff from college football, NFL as well. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. All right, we kind of got you through the show here. We're back again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Remember tomorrow's show, we'll have NBA, we'll have NHL, college hoops. Also, we'll have 2 from the NFL. NFL schedules 2 games here on Sunday. We have 3 playoff games here from college football, also 2 bowl games. So we got a lot of football here for Saturday and Sunday, guys. So make sure you tune in and bookmark or like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. This isn't the 2000s anymore. So you don't have to bookmark anything. Just like and subscribe, set notifications. So you get the post when we're up here. You get notified when we're on live here with the show. Also, you can also watch the recap of the show, or the archive, I should say. We're archived on our live YouTube channel. Hit the live tab, watch it again. Or if you need help with those later games, it's just forward to the later games. You need more help with the picks there, with the games, because we do full coverage here on the 26th morning show. Also, as I've said about our YouTube channel, a lot of on-demand content from our cappers. We go a little deep into the games. Also, a really good video shot with Rod and Ron there. Rod, what do you have over at 26 YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend?
Yeah, I got as you mentioned, Ron and Ron, we shot college football playoff games. There's 4 games we went over there for you. If you want to check that out, you'll get me and Ron covering on all 4 of those games. So definitely check that out. And then I'll be covered in hockey as well. So definitely be on the lookout for those hockey videos this weekend as well, because hockey's not is they're trying to get as many in as they can before the Christmas break. So before Monday, because Monday you should see Monday's card on hockey. Holy man. I think everybody's in action except one team. So definitely lots of content going forward for this loaded weekend's action. Be on the lookout for those videos there.
That's right, guys. Check out Rod and coming over at Tony Fix YouTube channel. Chris, what do you got over the Tony Fix YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend?
I've got one video over there on the little bit more in depth on the Bucks Cleveland game, and then for the weekend we got a loaded card, NBA and all that. So I'm gonna be putting out more videos on each one of those. Probably do a handful of them to let everybody kind of see my favorite picks that are good to put out there, and then we might do some NFL ones as well.
Yep, guys, check out the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I got content up there as well, shorts and long form. So check me out over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel with On Demand. All the great cappers here posting content. So get on board and subscribe to our channel. We greatly appreciate that. All right, that's going to do it for the show. You guys, everything to say before we close it out for Friday?
Hey, make it a winning one. Crush it. Have a big day today, everybody.
Winning day, everybody. That's going to do it. We're back again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll wave goodbye to guys. You guys make it a winning Friday. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.